What's going on, Yankees fans? Today is Wednesday, November 16th, and the Yankees have re-signed first baseman Anthony Rizzo to a 2-year, $34 million contract with a team option for the third year at an additional $17 million, or the Yankees would owe him a $6 million buyout if they do not retain him for that third year. Let's go ahead and jump into the 10 reasons why re-signing Anthony Rizzo is a brilliant move for the New York Yankees to start this offseason. Number 10. Gold Glove at first base. Riz is a 4-time Gold Glove winner, and the defensive metrics are a little bit weird with first basemen, and it's a little hard to sometimes get a good read on how they're doing based on the defensive metrics that have become popular these days. But purely based on the eye test, Rizzo makes scoops and has the smooth hands that you just absolutely die for as a Yankees fan. We saw enough of Luke Voit being unable to handle those balls in the dirt, making plays that he could have picked up his defense, turn into longer innings and more runs against the pitcher. So you're just really excited, especially with a team that's going to be looking very young in the infield, likely with Oswald Peraza and Anthony Volpe coming up, and probably Oswald Cabrera continuing to see some time. It's just going to be so important to have that anchor of the defense at first base, having somebody that these guys can trust that, hey, if I just put it in the area, he's going to come up with this ball. Gives these guys confidence, really anchors the infield. Really excited about that defense being locked up at first base. Number 9, he is a leader in the clubhouse, and that is something we are definitely going to need coming into this next season. This team is only getting younger, again, with the emergence of Peraza, Cabrera, and hopefully Volpe in 2023. We've got some other vets, but I just think it's really important to have a vocal and savvy vet like Rizzo in this Yankees clubhouse, really guiding and setting the tone, setting a good example for a lot of these younger guys. He just seems like that kind of glue guy in the clubhouse that you really value having, and a guy that you can just continue to build your team around as you're getting younger. His leadership skills really lead us right into number 8, which is World Series experience. Being a New York Yankee means that you are under pressure to win it all every year. Rizzo has been there and done that, winning that World Series with the Cubs. He knows what World Series pressure is about. And, with it, looking at a Yankees team this coming year that is going to likely be devoid of World Series experience, I think this is a really important, piece to have on the lineup. I saw a tweet by Sweeney Murty that said, I believe only 19 in the years 1970 and 1974 are the only years that the Yankees did not have at least one World Series champion on their roster. It's important to have guys who've been there before, who can lead, who know what this grind is like to play all 162, get through the postseason. Rizzo's that kind of guy, and I'm really excited to have that kind of presence in the clubhouse in 2023. The number 7 reason why signing Anthony Rizzo is a brilliant move for the Yankees is that this was an incredibly weak first base free agent class. I mean, other than Anthony Rizzo, the only person that kind of gets you a little bit excited is Jose Abreu, and sign me up for Anthony Rizzo over Jose Abreu any day of the week. If we were looking internally, that probably would have meant a lot more DJ LeMahieu at first base. And, while DJ has proven to be a suitable, player to jump in and play a little bit of first when we need it, when we need Rizzo to have a day off, if God forbid he has another back injury. But the reality is DJ is not an everyday first baseman. There really weren't a lot of, good options out there. I think Rizzo was the best. He's familiar with the team, and just have to have that strong piece with the young infield. Number 6, Anthony Rizzo clearly wants to be a Yankee. In case this wasn't clear, this is the second time that he has signed with us since he's been traded from the Cubs. I mean, if that doesn't show commitment to the organization, I'm not exactly sure what does. He looks fantastic in pinstripes, which is a totally homer take, but I'm still going to have it. I understand he's moved his entire foundation, which does a lot of great work with kids who are suffering from cancer to the New York area. He seems to really love it here, and I think it's great to have guys, especially with all of those rumors, going around about Yankees players not being able to take the heat and the boos in New York. Rizzo knows what it's about. He wants to be here. He's here for it, and we are happy to have him. Number 5, this sends a message, if not to the rest of the league, at least to the fans, that the Yankees are ready to make moves this offseason. And we're not just going to wait for Aaron Judge. This is a quick and very solid move. It solidifies the top of our lineup, solidifies our infield, and shows that we're not just going to sit around and wait for Aaron Judge to make his move. Obviously, he's the white whale of the offseason, but this is the kind of move that you like to see. the Yankees get done quickly. If we had gotten in towards the end of the year post-winter meetings and we still had not heard anything from Rizzo, you start to get a little bit worried. But locking this up, this is a key move. I believe it'll set up other moves, maybe even some trades down the road. We'll see how it goes, but this is a move that absolutely had to get done, and it was good to get done quick. Speaking of Aaron Judge's free agency, the number 4 reason why it was a brilliant move to bring back Anthony Rizzo is he is friends with Aaron Judge. And, the reality is Aaron is going to go where he wants to go. Money is likely to be the biggest deciding factor here, as it usually is. But as a fan, you kind of hope that this moves the needle just a smidge, and that, seeing all those great videos and pictures of them in the dugout, messing with each other, having a good time. They seem close. They seem like the kind of guys who want to go to battle together. And again, as a fan, you just kind of hope that you can continue to have that team chemistry. And these are the 2 guys who are the most important in our clubhouse. Glad to get one of them back. Hopefully, we have another podcast soon coming out talking about Aaron Judge re-signing with the Yankees. The number 3 reason why signing Anthony Rizzo was a brilliant move for the New York Yankees to start this offseason, and that is that he is an obviously left-handed bat. The Yankees just simply do not have a lot of lefties at this point. Hopefully, whoever they plug in to play left field this season is a left-handed hitter. But you just absolutely love seeing a guy like Anthony Rizzo with that left-handed approach in between Judge, hopefully, and Stanton, especially with the balance that it brings to the lineup, his ability to go the other way. And, Yankee Stadium is obviously friendly to left-handed hitters. Number 2, which is the short porch. Anthony Rizzo hit 32 home runs last year. And honestly, it's hard to imagine that is going to really go too much further down. Got to imagine he'll be hitting 25 to 30 home runs, especially playing 81 games at Yankee Stadium every year. If you look at his baseball savant chart, which we posted on Twitter, you see that he has got a swing tailor-made for Yankee Stadium. All this guy does is hit line drives and fly balls to deep, sometimes a little bit shorter, but deep right field. And when you look at it, there are so many of those balls that go out in Yankee Stadium that simply don't go out in other places. And that is just where he lives. Again, a guy meant for New York, a swing built for New York, a swing built for Yankee Stadium. Really excited to have him back, hoping to see him go yard into the bleachers much more in 2023. And that brings us to the number 1 reason why signing Anthony Rizzo was a brilliant move for the New York Yankees to start the offseason, and that is that there is not going to be a shift next year. John Boy already put out a video showing some of the outs that Anthony Rizzo had last year that likely are going to be hits in 2023 now that there is no shift, and they're not allowed to play that outfielder and that short on the in the shallow outfield in right field. Besides that, Yankee Stadium with the short porch generally has a very small amount of real estate in right field. Makes it very hard to get those dink and dunk hits that Rizzo is capable and likely to do with his kind of approach and swing. Not having that shift in there is going to open up some daylight. You got to think some more hits are going to come in. And again, according to that John Boy video, if 13 of those outs that got made in the shallow, that got made based on the shift, if those become hits next year, his average comes up to 252. 252. You combine that with the 32 home runs, and you are talking about an incredibly productive, likely all-star first baseman. The shift going away is going to positively impact other hitters as well. It's not just going to be Anthony Rizzo. Nonetheless, given the combination of his approach left-handed, Yankee Stadium effects, I think it is really going to have a positive impact on Anthony Rizzo's stats next year. Definitely increase the likelihood that average continues to rise, and I don't expect that power to go anywhere. Those are our top 10 reasons why the Yankees re-signing Anthony Rizzo to this contract are a brilliant move. The glove at first base, leadership in the clubhouse, World Series experience, the weak free agent class that was this year, his desire to be a Yankee, sending a message to the fans, his relationship with Aaron Judge, the left-handed bat, short porch, and no shift. If you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe, leave us a comment and a like. If there's any other topics that you'd like to see us cover in this video, whether it's Giants, Knicks, or Yankees, please let us know, and we'll be back with more of these videos very soon. Thank you very much.